Two close boyhood friends grow up and go their separate ways. One becomes a humble monk, the other a rich and powerful minister to the king. Years later, they meet. As they catch up, the portly minister, in his fine robes, takes pity on the thin and shabby monk. Seeking to help, he says, "You know, if you could learn to cater to the king, you wouldn't have to live on rice and beans." To which the monk replies, "If you could learn to live on rice and beans, you wouldn't have to cater to the king." That parable, The Monk and the Minister, is from the book The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins, and I'm here to say it's better to be closer to the monk. Being rich and serving the king isn't the answer to financial independence, especially if the king is consumerism, comparison, social media, and keeping up with the Joneses. My name is Frankie, author of the new book, Save Half, Retire Fast, and today I'm going to cover the path to financial independence and early retirement, if you so choose, for the everyday person without a financial head start. Because let's be honest, most people don't start out rich and wealthy. Plus, earning freedom is more gratifying. Today I'm going to cover knowing the real goal, the golden rule, awareness, intentionality, how to redesign your life for FI, and more. Plus, today is a very special video, but you're going to have to stick around until the end to learn why. Let's dive in, but first I want to share why getting rich fast isn't the best path to financial independence. It sounds great to inherit money, win the lottery, or sell a business at a young age, but it's not necessarily the ticket to long-term success. First of all, when you get rich fast or get rich by getting lucky or being born lucky, it warps your sense of how much is enough. Life becomes a constant, unsatisfying quest for more. People that get rich slow and chase early retirement usually know their enough number, and they use it as a guiding light, so to speak, a beacon of hope. It's not rigid, but it provides perspective. Getting rich quick also isn't the answer. For example, many people don't know how to handle a windfall. In fact, by the second generation, 70% of wealthy families have lost their wealth. And as I said, you can grow out of touch with most of society and find it hard to be relatable or able to connect with others. Being wealthy often leads to a loss of communication and trust. And most of all, it leads to children that aren't hungry to make their own wealth or impact on the world. I'm not saying don't pursue a higher income if you're on an average salary. That's great, and I often discuss that as a fantastic strategy on the path to financial independence, but it isn't the sole answer. 42% of six-figure earners still report living paycheck to paycheck. It's not the income, it's the habits and perhaps education that are the problem. Seeking financial independence is for the everyday person because it builds great habits that stick. I'm going to get to those habits in a moment when I talk about redesigning your life, but it also does something else important first. It helps you appreciate and enjoy setting goals, budgeting, and tracking your progress. Again, getting rich fast can actually be a burden, and it isn't likely, and seeking a high income isn't necessarily the answer to financial independence. Patience is the shortcut to financial freedom. But taking a step back, what really is the ultimate goal of pursuing financial independence in the first place? Financial independence at its core is all about the power that freedom of choice brings. Retirement does not need to look like the traditional American-approved picture of living without a job, but you'll have the option to leave the workforce if you so choose to, or switch careers, or start a business, or reflect on and pursue a larger purpose. But the point is, you don't have to earn a paycheck to maintain your lifestyle unless you personally choose to. Your wealth, acquired over a number of years of aggressive saving and investing, can build up enough to support your lifestyle with careful planning and consistent action. The goal of financial independence isn't to be rich enough to buy a fancy car. It's to buy your freedom. Again, it's about freedom to choose when to leave a job and freedom from worry. If you view money as the goal, you're missing the point. Money is a tool and it's infinite, but time is not. So, how do you get there? Well, it starts with the simple rule, I call it the golden rule, that cannot be stated enough. Make a little or make a lot. It doesn't matter if you don't save and focus on your savings rate. The golden rule to financial independence is that you must spend less than you earn and invest most of the difference. Spend less than you earn, invest the surplus, avoid debt. Do simply this and you're going to wind up well off, and I don't mean just with money. If your lifestyle matches or exceeds your income, you will not retire early and will be at a high risk of not even retiring on time. To To quote J.L. Collins again, "It's not hard. Stop thinking about what your money can buy. Start thinking about what your money can earn. And then think about what the money it earns can earn." Many people get locked into the opposite and get stuck there, the "I need to make more money" mindset. Making more money is great and can definitely move your early financial independence schedule forward, but unless most of that money is saved through a reasonable lifestyle, early financial independence will remain just a dream. On your path to FI, it's critical that you align your spending to what you value most in life and work on eliminating the rest. Identify your savings rate and try to increase it from there by getting creative as well. Next, I want to talk about awareness. Having awareness of your spending is critical when it comes to spending less than you earn. In fact, most that got wealthy didn't get there by accident. They paid precise attention to what money was coming in and what money was flowing out, as we just discussed. If you want to become retired early, ideally as a millionaire, you're all but required to be conscious about your money and spending. And when you do cross the finish line, that shouldn't change. Retirement isn't a line to cross. Your habit of keen awareness about your money should persist, or you might become one of the 26% that become unretired at some point. Financial independence is fundamentally about increasing your awareness about how you want to live, and in the process, changing your relationship with money and improving your well-being. But awareness also applies to reflecting on your money struggles. You might just find that many of your money troubles are actually just money worries. Are you feeling like you're struggling to get by, or are you actually struggling to get by? Seneca said it best: "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And this is particularly true because of the culture we live in. Consumer culture often dictates your idea of wealth and makes you feel like you're constantly struggling or living without. Let's talk about consumer culture a little bit more because it's a key hurdle to overcome for financial independence, and discuss intentional living while doing so. For most people, companies and social media dictate what we think our lifestyle should look like. This causes endless stress about money. It ultimately makes us unhappy, whether we realize it or not, most days. Consuming first or without intentionality leads to a perpetual state of scraping by. It allows companies to dictate our beliefs about our lifestyle, and this will only change if enough people think critically about how they want to live. But instead, consumerism and a lack of intentionality keeps the poor broke, literally and mentally. We develop anxiety about money because we desire an unrealistic life or things that don't truly matter. Our wants begin to supersede our needs, and we don't even realize it. Living intentionally is how you combat this and get on the path to FI. Financial independence is often thought of as being financially secure enough to choose your lifestyle, but choosing your lifestyle should come first. Intentionally focusing on freeing yourself from the consumer rat race is essential here. And the most successful people are also the ones who are intentional about how they spend their time. You have that ability as well. You can and you should redesign your life for financial independence. Minimize time spent on social media, reduce TV time, and outsource any work that you don't enjoy. By freeing up your time, you can focus more on doing what you enjoy, optimizing your savings rate, and being present with those that you value and love the most. The reality is there are a number of ways to design your lifestyle around what works best for you on your path to financial independence, but this part is personal and up to you to decide. Reflect on how you can reduce your spending and then reduce it some more. What system can you implement to track? Can you carve out some extra time for a side hustle and create a rule to save and invest 90% of that extra income? You can identify and cut out a latte factor. You can go all in on paying off debt aggressively. Perhaps adopt minimalism. You can change your diet for more affordable, healthy options. Cut out subscriptions. Any and all of that is good and great. But redesigning your life for FI is personal and up to you to plan out and action on. The only bad option is inaction. So ask yourself, does your current savings rate reflect the life that you want to live? Whether the answer is yes or no, I want to encourage you to own your results. Nobody is responsible for doing the work to achieve desired goals but you. Successful people own their actions. They shift their focus to what they are accomplishing and the impact it's going to have. When you have financial goals and own your results, passion and prosperity will follow. Financial independence will follow. So take responsibility, be a self-starter. It's time to light a fire in yourself. Own your mindset, your actions, and the results that you produce. When you take responsibility for the things that you directly control and let go of what you cannot control, financial success will come effortlessly. FIRE is for everyone, or rather, anyone that chooses to pursue it. It has nothing to do with how much money you make, how wealthy you are, or really how much you save. Those are all second order effects of what FIRE is actually about. It's intentionally choosing your lifestyle, changing your relationship with money, and ultimately living a happier, better life, now and in the future. Being a millionaire is not what makes you rich. What makes you rich is having enough income to live the life that you want to live. Being rich is measured in time, not with dollars. If you prioritize your time by aligning your spending with your financial independence goals, you'll discover what true freedom really is. Once you break free from the typical consumer culture view of money as a symbol of status or success, you'll come to recognize money as what it is. It's a tool for living your best life. Financial independence isn't about being rich, hence why it isn't only for the rich. It's about awareness and being intentional with how you accumulate, save, invest, and spend your money. It's about improving your relationship with money and becoming happier in the process. Period. The real theme today is patience, because patience, again, is a shortcut to your goal of financial independence. That mindset is the unlock to true financial independence as an everyday, non-rich person. It's how you get on the path to becoming one of the 3.7% of Americans under age 55 who have retired early. It's how you avoid being on the other side of the equation, where nearly half of all Americans haven't saved anything for retirement at all. And it's worth noting that more everyday people are pursuing financial independence, so why not you? The number of people expecting to work beyond age 67 fell to a record low of 32.9% recently, and 25% of Gen Z respondents in a new survey said that they plan to retire before age 55. So again, why not you? If you have the will and follow the path that I outlined today, which is understanding the real goal, developing awareness and intentionality, redesigning your life for FI, redefining success, and owning your results, you'll find your way, even as an everyday person on an average income. Thank you for tuning in to this video today. It's a big video number 200 that I've published all time in the last 3 years and 3 months or so. So whether you're watching for the first time or the 100th time, I hope nobody watched the first 100 videos. I'm mostly kidding. Consider subscribing and watching some more. My name is Frankie. I put out videos on all things financial independence once a week. So say happy 200 or 200th times a charm or some nod to 200 in the comments to let me know that you got to the end, or share something you'd like me to cover in the next 200 videos. Have an awesome week or weekend ahead, and I hope to see you next week on the next one. But for more now, watch this video next to help you prioritize financial independence year in and year out. It's the perfect companion video to this one today to get you moving on actual action items. Thanks.